Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Luna and welcome to my channel. In today's video we're going to do something very fun. We're going to do a reading vlog. It's going to be a series I think on this channel because I think that's the best way to do this. A friend of mine gave me this idea, so credits to her. Here's to you, Anissa, for giving me this idea. So what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to try and finish and continue as many series as possible because I just made a list on how many series I'm currently reading, and there are a lot. And I only took the series I want to finish and have the intention to finish, because there are some other books that are part of the series but I know I'm not going to continue it, or there aren't, like, I know there aren't new books in the make, or they aren't released yet, or they aren't talked about. So only the series I know that are already done, completed, or there are new books coming soon. So yeah, that are series. There are currently, I'm going to count them real quick and tell you guys how many series I'm currently reading. So I'm currently reading 19 series. That's quite a lot. And it's not even counting the series I'm not finishing. I'm not continue. So yeah. There are a lot of books on here that I've already read. So I will put it on here as well so you can see with me. So as you can see, I'm reading the When in Rome series, but I already read the When in Rome book, but I still have to read Practice Makes Perfect and Back Borrow Still, and there's another book coming, but that isn't released yet, and there's no title for it. Then the Twisted series, I read Twisted Love, Twisted Game, and Twisted Hate, so I only have one book left, Twisted Lies. Then for the Empyrean series by Rebecca, I'm sorry, I just typed it really quick. So I read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. There are other books coming, but I didn't put them in here. But I haven't read Onyx Storm. Then Kingdom of the Wicked, I only read Kingdom of the Wicked. The Crowns of Nyxia, I read Serpent and the Wings of Night and Six Crouched Roses. The Crimson Rod, I only read Heartless Center, or called The Crimson Rod. In the Chestnut Spring series, I only read Flawless. In the Housemaid series, I only read The Housemaid. In the Sylvan Kingdom, I only read The Sylvan Kingdom. In the Lakefront Billionaire series, I only read A Love Redesigned. Then Bride is coming with another book, and it's called Maid, but it's not released yet, but I only read Bride. Then in the Heartstopper series, I only read Heartstopper, the first book. Then in the Powerless series trilogy, I only read Powerless and Powerful. Then in the Power of Your World, a little bit different, I only read the last book, just for the summer. Then the Renew's Love, just like the dark comedy romance, I only read Butcher and Blackbird. It Happened in Charleston, I only read The Match. The Greaves Glen, I only read The Ex-Hex. And the Magnolia Parks, I read Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates. And in Shadow and Bone, I only read Shadow and Bone. So, as you can see, I start a lot of series, but I don't continue a lot of series. So I read most of the time the first book, but I didn't read the second book. So I want to focus in this video to continue or either finish the series I'm currently reading, but that depends. But I thought I want to start this video. So today is the 31st of March, Monday, and I'm going to start reading a new book tomorrow, and I wanted to quickly come out here and start this video and say what book I'm going to start. And I'm going to start Twisted Lies by Anna Wong. This is the last book in the Twisted series, so if I finish Twisted Lies, I will be completing my first series in this video. I will try to read, I think three books a video. We'll see when I'm reading. But yeah, this is the first book I'm going to read. I'm going to start it tomorrow on the train ride back home probably. So yeah, the next clip will be me reading Twisted Lies. So yeah, I'm very excited for this video. Thanks again to Anissa for giving me this idea. I've saw a lot of people doing it already, and I was like, this is such a fun idea. But I always thought I didn't have enough series I'm reading, but I definitely have enough series I'm reading. So yeah, I would say let's get started, and I'll see you when I have an update for you. Hi guys, it is currently 11 p.m. in the evening. It is Friday the 4th of April, and I finished Twisted Lies by Anna Wong. I finished my first book in this video, and I finished a series, my first series in this video, so that's nice. I know it's pretty late and it's dark, so I'm sorry if the quality is a little bit not as good as it normally is, but I wanted to come out here and say I finished it. I really enjoyed it. I really ate up this book, and I'm definitely reading other books by Anna Wong after reading the Twisted series because I just really enjoyed reading all the Twisted books. I really enjoyed the story of Christian and Stella. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I really, really enjoyed it. I will give my full updates at the end of the video, like my rating, etc., because now I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to start another book probably tomorrow, and I think I'm going to start reading Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. It's the second book in the When in Rome series, and I'm pretty excited for that. But if I start that, or I'll try to talk to you guys about it. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say, and I'll see you guys with a new update. Hi guys, it is today Sunday the 6th of April, and I have an update. So in the last clip you saw me talking about Twisted Lies and how I finished that book, and how I was talking about the next book I'm going to read. And I told you guys I was going to read Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams, and I started it yesterday in a car on my way to the seaside, and today back home I finished it. So yeah, I didn't even have a clip of me reading this book because when I was reading it I wasn't in the car, so I wasn't able to film it. So I'm sorry, and I'm also sorry that I didn't have any updates for you while I was reading it, but so I will do my best to say a little bit more about it after I finished it. So yeah, I can officially say now that I really love Sarah Adams' writing and all the characters she writes. I've read a couple of books by her by now, and all of the books she's written and I've read, I loved. So yeah, and Practice Makes Perfect is no exception to that. I really enjoyed the characters. I really enjoyed Annie. She's such a fun woman. I'm sorry, she's a woman. And the way she develops her personality and the way she is, and she's like a little bit looking into who she is and who she really is, and I really love that girl. I was like, go girl, you are who you are. And I also really love the male character, Will. He seems like a tough guy on the outside, but he has his struggles, and that's perfectly fine. And one thing I really liked about this book also is the fact she's a virgin, and that's not something you come across in a lot of books. And I think it's completely fine to be a virgin if that's your choice. And I think that should be in more books because we have this perception, and I think this book defines that because everyone has a perception about that. And yeah, but I really enjoyed it. Sometimes I was a little bit like not bored, but I was like, okay, can go a little bit faster now, you know. But I really enjoyed it, and there are some characters like the two other sisters of Annie, and I have the third book, Back Baron Steel, and that's I think about Emily. I think it is. So I'm very excited to read that book also, and I'm wondering if there is going to be another book because there is another sister, and I don't think she has a husband either. So yeah, but I really enjoyed it. I will give my final rating of all the books at the end of the video, so you have to wait and see. But yeah, now that I'm filming anyways, so you might have seen it already on my Instagram. Go follow me, Luna's Bookshelf _. I I am from Belgium, and in Belgium we speak actually three languages. We speak Dutch, we speak French, and we speak German. And I study journalism, and I also have to learn French. And that's not my best subject in school. It never was. I'm not that good at it, and I've always wanted to try and do better in it, and maybe one day try to read a French book. And it's also one of my goals to try a French book this year. And I was on the seaside with my mom and my grandparents this weekend, and my granddad said to me, if you want to buy a book and if it's a French book, I will give it to you and I will buy it for you. So I went in and I was like, okay, I'm going to see if they have a French book, because the how I started reading in English was also by reading a book I've already read in Dutch, so I already knew the story. And I want to do the same thing with reading a French book. So I wanted to choose choose a book I've already read in Dutch or in English, doesn't matter, and then maybe reread it again, and then I can read the French book. So that's what I did, and I saw Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, and look at this edition. It's stunning. It's so beautiful, and they also have nothing like the movies, but it would be a more logical to read this one first. So I think when I have time, I'm going to reread Better Than the Movies first, and then maybe just then I'm going to read this. And I'm also kind of excited because it's really something new. But the the thing is, I really love Better Than the Movies. It's such a beautiful book. I really love it. I also love Something Like the movies. So yeah, it's so weird to see all of these words in French, and I'm going to try to read it. I mean, on va même m'entrer en CE1, ma mère m'avait appris les règles door des relations amoureuses. It's a fact I kind of understand it. So that's a good start. So yeah, maybe I will do a reading vlog on this. Maybe I'm not. We're going to see. But yeah. So we already read two books. We read Twisted Lies and we read Practice Makes Perfect. I'm still debating on how many books I'm going to read. I think I was first going to do three, but the fact that I didn't have a lot of footage of this book, I think, and actually also not of Twisted Lies. So I'm going to do 4 books. I'm still thinking on which book I'm going to read because I'm not sure yet. But we're going to do something real quick before I forget to do this. So we have to first tick off the box of Twisted Lies because I finished that series, and I also can mark Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. Oh, and just now I see now you have Beg, Borrow, Steal by Sarah Adams, and I put 3 question marks because there's a 4th book coming because I saw it on Goodreads. So that will be probably of the other sister. So the series I have and I can choose from are obviously the When in Rome series, Burian series, The Kingdom of the Wicked, Crimes of Nixia, The Crimson Mouth, Chestnut Springs, The Housemaid, This Woven Kingdom, The Lakefront Billionaires, right, but that isn't released yet. Heartstopper, Powerless, Part of Your World, Ruin is Love, It Happened in Charleston, Graves Glen, Magnolia Parks, Shadow and Bone, but I recently remembered I also have to put another series in it. It's the Drive Me series by Carolyn. Well, I totally forgot her name, but I read the 3rd book in the series and I got it as an ARC and I enjoyed it. And one of my friends, she read all of the 1st book, and I think she also read the 2nd book. She's now going to read the 3rd book, and since I read the 3rd book, I kind of want to read the other 2 books as well. So I have to put it in there. I'm still debating on which book. I'm not going to start another book now just yet, I think. I'm going to maybe start a book tomorrow, but not now. But the thing is, I want to choose a book I already have. So I don't have the Magnolia Parks books. I also don't have the Gross Glance. It Happened in Charleston Oak. These I will read in my Kobo. So the books I could choose from are The Part of Your World, because I have both of these books. I could read Reckless. I'm going to read The Heartstopper probably from the library, not sure yet. I could also read Love Unwritten, These Infinite Threads, or The Housemates, one of the books because I also had my Kobo. Or I can read Heartless are Powerless. Or I can read The Ashes and the Star-Kissed King. Or I can read Kingdom of the Curse, Kingdom of the Feared. Or Big Brother Seal. But that would be, I think, stupid because I just read that book by Sarah Adams. So I just want to read another book, you know? I'm going to come back to you guys when I choose a book. So yeah, that's my update, and I'll see you guys when I'm going to choose my third book of this video. Hi, besties. It is the next day. I spoke to you yesterday, and I was talking about Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams and how I finished that. And I told you guys I wasn't sure on which book I was going to read next. So I don't know if I told you guys, but I asked one of my friends to choose a book from one of the series I'm reading, and she did. So I texted her. I'm not going to put it in just because it's also on Dutch, but I just texted her my screenshots of all the series I'm currently reading, and then telling which I'm definitely not reading, so she knows which she can pick from. So she says, "Oh my god, I feel honored." She read Love Unwritten in January, and she gave this book 6 stars. So she says, if you want to read that book. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to read Love Unwritten. A fun fact, actually, I'm going to include her in this video. Her name is Mare, and she's one of my friends. I got to know her last year once I started my new study, and she also has a channel here on YouTube. I will put a link in the description so you can check her out. She just posted her first long form video, and it's also about books, and I'm really excited also to watch it because I haven't watched it yet, but I'm really excited because it's a very interesting concept. I haven't seen anyone else do it, so go check her out. And she also does F1 related videos, and she also has a podcast, so really fun. So here it is, the book of the honor, Love Unwritten. I'm very excited. I love Rough Design by Lauren Escher, and I just can't wait to dive into this. It is a thick of a book, but when I read Love Redesigned, I read it pretty fast, even though they are quite thick books. Yeah, can't wait to read it. I don't know if I'm going to start it today or if I'm going to start it tomorrow, but yeah, I'm very, very excited. There's another book coming in, I don't know when, I think in August, Love Arranged. Also excited for that book, so I want to read this one before the next one is released. So yeah, so this book is about Raphael and Ellie. Raphael is the brother of, I think it's a brother. No, I'm not sure anymore. But they're like in the same. It's still in the same town. And Raphael, he is a single dad, and Ellie is the nanny of his son. So yeah, it's a single dad nanny trope. So it's the first time I'm reading this, so I'm pretty excited and pretty interested in how I'm going to like it. It is dual POV, which I love. So yeah, I really can't wait to start this book. Oh my god. Yeah, they are going to Hawaii. So you have this page with like the packing list, the ultimate Hawaii packing list. Essentials, covers. Oh my god, so cute. The dedication says, to those who seem themselves as broken, I hope you find someone who admires your scars for what they are, a sign of your struggle and a testament to your strength. So beautiful. So yeah, can't wait to start this. I'm maybe going to start it now or maybe later today. We'll see. So yeah, I just wanted to come out here and say that I'm going to read Love Unwritten. It is a while since I last talked to you guys. I think if I see here correctly, it's like 7th of April. I don't know if that's correct, but it's been a while. I wanted to give you guys a little update on the book I'm reading. So I am reading Love Unwritten by Lauren Asher. This is the second book in the Lakefront Billionaire series. I'm currently at chapter 23, page 189, so I'm not that far in, not even halfway through the book, but yeah. But so far, I'm really liking the book. I'm liking Raphael and Ellie. I like the bond they have, and also like there is a kid involved in this book, and I haven't read like a book where there is like a kid in, and I was a little bit nervous about that, but I kind of like it, and I kind of think it is fits the story very well. So I'm very excited to see what else is going to happen with Ali and Raphael and Nico, the son of Raphael. And yeah, so yeah, that was actually I don't have a lot any I don't have a lot to say. I'm going on a trip tomorrow, so I will be reading on the plane, maybe a little bit more, but I don't know how much I'm going to read. But yeah, we'll see. So that's what I wanted to say, and I'll see you guys when I have a new update for you. Okay, hi. Yes, I'm filming on my phone because I'm going to be honest, I'm just a little bit too lazy to go all the way up to my room to get my camera and get my mic. But I just want to come I'm reading a little bit more I Love Unwritten because I was feeling like it. I was a little bit done watching TV. I'm having a bad day, so I'm not really. So I'm having a bad day, but it's just not my kind of day, you know. But now about the book. So I read only one chapter, and as I was saying before, how in this book you have Nico, and he's a son of Raphael. And I've never read like a book where there's a son or a kid like involved, but I've seen a lot of people talking about it and just in general not liking it. So I was a little bit unsure how I would feel about it because this book has a kid and he is like a single dad. But I'm really liking it. Nico adds he adds something to the story and to the dynamic between Raphael and Ali, and I just really like it. Just Raphael is really closed about his past and about who he is, and he just opened up a little bit more to his son, and it was such a beautiful moment to read about. I was like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud that you just talked to your son and also included Ellie in that moment. I'm really loving this book, even though I'm reading it very slow. I don't know, it's not that my reading slump is over because I've been wanting to pick it up, but just didn't have like the time and like it's not because I'm really enjoying it. I don't know what was holding me back not picking it up. But yeah, and by the way, if you can see, my hair is looking a little bit different. That's because I got a haircut. It's a little bit shorter as well, and I also dyed it like more blonde. Now it's just like more, not really stripes, but I'm supposed to be in the sun a lot more, and then it will look a little bit brighter. I wanted to switch things up for the summer, the springtime. Yeah, but yeah. That was it. I'm still thinking about what I should do on this channel, and if I also should make like more content about my life. But I'm not sure because I wanted this channel pure for my book related things, but sometimes I do have the urge to pick up a camera and talk about like other things. But I think maybe I would do that like sometimes in a vlog, but not all the time because I still want to keep my personal life more private. So I really want to focus on books on this channel. But yeah, just a little small talk. Okay, I'm going to continue reading. I'm watching Larry, her video where she's reading the book Sarah picks for her, and she just read The Nightingale, and I'm watching Larry read it. I've been wanting to read it for a long time, especially after I read Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. I so want to read Firefly Lane. Maybe this summer I will, but I want to have the physical book because I read Firefly Lane on my Kobo, and I'm still looking for the good um, edition of the book because I live in Belgium and most of the stores here, the book stores, you can buy the UK edition, but I want the US edition. But if I want to buy it online, it's pretty expensive for a paperback, so I've been waiting. Okay, I'm going to continue reading, going to continue watching and reading along with Larry, and then I'll see you guys if I have another update or I don't know, something to say to you guys. Bye! Hi! It's been a while. I'm really bad at filming this video, I have a feeling. It is currently the 24th of April. It is Thursday, and I think finally give you an update on the book I was reading. So the last time you saw me, I was giving an update on this book, and then I just didn't film anything else. I'm sorry for that. So yeah, but I was reading Loved and Written by Lauren Asher, the second book in the League from the Billionaire series, and I can finally say I finished this. I finished it last week on Wednesday, and yeah, and now I can give my final thoughts. I'm going to wait for the rating until the end of the video. I'm still thinking if I'm going to read another book for this video or if I'm going to keep it to the books I read now. I think there are 3 books. I'm not sure. I have to take a look at the footage I have filmed because I'm not sure anymore. So yeah. So I really enjoyed this book. It kind of took me by surprise because it was the first book I read that has like a kid involved in the story and in the book. So I was a little bit scared reading it, like, am I going to like this? Am I going to like the fact there is like this kid plays a big role in the story? But I loved it. I think it was really necessary to see a lot of Nico, who is the kid of Raphael, of Rafa, and it shows who Rafa is and how he, especially bond between the 3 of them, between Rafa, Ellie, and Nico. It's so special and so lovely to read about. I felt like part of a little family. It was just so cute, and also the individual connections between Rafa and Nico, but also Nico and Ellie. That was so cute to see, and I really enjoyed reading that. Overall, I really loved this book. I really enjoyed it just as I enjoyed Love Redesigned. I was very interested to see on how and who Raphael is because he is more closed off. You also see that in Love Redesigned and also still in this book, and how the reason why Ellie is the way she is. There are some trigger warnings I think you maybe should look up, like mention of self-harm that can be triggering to some, and like other things. So I think it is wise if you maybe am triggered fast to certain subjects, you can look it up. I'm still thinking on the ratings, that's why I'm also waiting to when I finish up this video I can have my final rating. But I really enjoyed it. I loved all the characters, also like the little sneak peek of Lorenzo, that's going to be the 3rd book. I'm very excited for that, and the cover was just released a couple of week ago, or I think last week. It's so beautiful. I mean, it's like a bluish one. It's so beautiful. Like they are going to match so well together. I don't know. I think there are going to be 3 books in total. So yeah, but I really loved it. Loved the characters. I'm still not sure if I liked it better than Love the Resigned or I liked it the even amount of a little less. But yeah, very glad I finished this book. I will give a rating at the end of the video. So as I was saying, I'm still thinking on am I going to read another book for this video or not, because it's been taking a really long time. And I also think that what I wanted to say is, even though I'm making this video, I don't think I'm going to film every time I'm going to read a book that is part of a series, because then I would have to film non-stop. Now I was reading Spiral, but I think I'm going to DNF it. I'm like softy enough, I'm just not in the mood. So I think I'm going to start Deep End by Ellie Hazelwood, and after that I can finally read Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry, because that was released yesterday and I'm so excited for that. Like, it's insane. I'm also kind of thinking of like getting the ebook so I maybe can already start, but I also want the physical copy so bad because I want to annotate it. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'll keep you guys updated. So yeah, but I think I'm going to end probably the video here, but I will make a proper ending, but I'm still thinking on what I'm going to do. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I'm going to give you my final review and my final ratings of all the books I've read in this video. Okay, bye! Hi everyone! It has been a while since I last talked to you guys. But no, it was last Thursday, I think. I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm going to first of all say sorry that I haven't been active a lot on my channel lately. I just haven't been doing a lot of things. It's getting busier and busier with school. Also, all of the videos I'm taking are taking a long time to film, like this one. Yeah, at some point I told in this video I think I was going to read 4 books, and I ended up now just reading 3 books because I have the feeling that if I read another book, that it's going to take a longer time, even a longer time. And I also am reading now, just finished Deep End, and after reading Deep End, I'm going to reading another book, a standalone, so not in a series. So yeah, I'm just going to talk about the books that I did finish and read in this video. So I would say let's get started. So I read 3 books that are part of a series. I read the first book in this video was Twisted Lies by Anna Wong. This is the last book in the Twisted series, and I was very excited. I really loved and enjoyed the previous books in the series, so I couldn't wait to start it. I also was very interested in Stella character because this book follows Stella and Christian. Stella is one of the girlfriends in the group, and Christian is like he knows Rise from the Twisted Games book with Bridget. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I do think I'm still thinking about how I would order all of them. But so for the rating, I was a little bit hesitant because I was like thinking, do I like this better or do I like this not better than Twisted Hate? Because I really enjoyed Twisted Hate with Josh and Jules' story, but I really enjoyed Twisted Lies. It was all just so fun to read. There was one thing that I didn't like, and it was like the conflict when Stella was like angry at Christian for a certain reason. I was like, girl, it wasn't. I understand her, but it's still a little bit too big of a conflict it was in the book that I didn't like. So you guys can see. So I finished Twisted Lies. So that's the first series I finished. So to conclude and give this book a review. So to say I'm going to take a look. I gave Twisted Hate, I gave 4.5 stars, and I gave Twisted Games 4 stars, and Twisted Lies, I gave 3.5 stars. So that are the ratings. And I was like, as I just said, do I like it better or not than Twisted Hate? And I think it's like a little bit the same. So I also give Twisted Lies 4.5 stars. I just really enjoyed it, even though it's like a more thicker of a book. I flew through it. I liked Stella as a character. I also liked Christian as a character. So yeah, really enjoyed it. That was the first book I read. Then the next book I read was Practice Makes Perfect. As you guys know, I don't have a lot of footage of me reading this book. Very sorry for that. And I also can now go into the series. Can take it off, like Practice Makes Perfect is also read. I think I already did that. So yeah, I only have one more book that's already out, released in the series, and it's Back Bar Steel, and there's another book coming in January 2026. I'm very excited about that. So yeah. But about Practice Makes Perfect. So Practice Makes Perfect is about Annie, and she is a sister of, well, I totally forgot his name. of the guy in When in Rome. Whoa, I doesn't matter. So yeah, Annie, she owns a flower shop in Rome, and she's like, if you see her like that, you would think she's like shy and just wants the best for everyone, and isn't like very innocent. But there's more to her. She also has some struggles, also with her parents being dead, and also her relationship with her two other sister and her brother. There's a lot of going on. And then we have Will, and Will is a bodyguard of, well, I totally forgot all of the names of Rose, Emilia. That's the first in the first book. And he is like the bodyguard. Like you can see it on the cover, and he's like more of a bad guy. And he would say like, would they be a fit? Would they fit together or not? And the thing is, Annie wants to start dating again, but she's a little bit scared doing it because when she went on a date, it didn't go good at all. It was kind of a flop. So she talks to Amelia and says, "Girl, I need help. I don't know how to date. I don't know how to do this stuff." And Amelia's like, "I think I have an idea." So she sets her up with Will, and Will is going to teach Annie how to date and all the basics and etc. So they do that. A lot of things are going to happen, like maybe a little bit of fake dating. And yeah. So yeah, I really love Annie as a character. She's so fun, and in some ways I do recognize myself in her. I was like, damn girl, I feel you. I feel you so much. And I can't wait for the other book. There was about a teacher. I forget all of their names. I'm so sorry. And that is Big Barry Seal. That's the next book I'm going to read very soon, I think, because I'm so excited. But yeah, for a rating, I was like, how much am I going to rate? Because it is a short book, but I still like it. It is also no spice, which I really enjoy about Sarah Adams' books. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood for spicy scenes, spicy books, and I really enjoy having those books in my shelves, like Sarah Adams, and still be enjoying the books. So yeah, so for reference, I gave When in Rome 4 stars. And I was like, do I like it better? That's always when I'm in a series, do I like it better than the previous book? And I do think I like this one better than When in Rome. So I gave this one 4.5 stars. I just really enjoyed the story, and I really enjoyed both of the characters. So that's for the 4.5. Then the last book I read was a book that has been sitting on my shelf for quite some time now, and I let one of my friends, Mare, choose which book I should read next as part of a series, and that was Love and Written by Lauren Escher. I was so excited for this book because I really love redesign. It is a 5-star book for me. Love the character in that, and I was like so interested in Raphael, seeing him in Love Redesigned, how he is and why the way he is, how he is. So I was so excited. For Mara, it was also like a 6-star book. She really enjoyed it, so I had pretty high hopes. So yeah. But first up, we're going to tick it off in my list. So Love and Written is read. So I was thinking, so this book follows Raphael. He is like the cousin of Julian, and he is a single dad. So it's a single dad trope. And I was a little bit scared going into it because I've never read a book where there was a kid in the story and plays a big deal in the story. So I was a little bit scared. Am I going to like it or am I not going to like it? But I ended up liking it. Nico, the son of Rafa, he's such a cute and nice kid. I was like, oh my god, so cute guy. And Rafa, when he is with Nico, he also has his insecurities with being a dad, with being a little bit more distant towards Nico and all of his struggles. And now we have Ellie, and Ellie is a nanny of Nico because Rafael works a lot and he needs someone to take care of Nico. So he chooses Ellie, and they know each other like back in the day, but not really know each other, you know. Ellie is like, at first I thought she was like very girlish, like very pink, also because the book's pink. I don't know, that was just an idea in my head I had. And she's not. She is also a singer-songwriter, so she writes songs, but something happened in the past that she's like a little bit more hesitant in doing that again. So yeah, it is very thick of a book, and yeah, it can be yes or no being that thick of a book. If you like it, it doesn't matter how long the book is. But if you don't like it, it's another story. But I did like it. I do, however, don't think I like it more than Love Redesigned. I do still love Love Redesigned a little bit more than I do Love Unwritten, but I still give it 4.75 stars. I still enjoyed it. I really loved Ellie and Rafa, their story. It was so cute, and also the things happening in both of their lives. I would recommend looking up trigger warnings, especially in Ellie's story. She went through a lot of stuff that might be triggering. She talks about it, might be triggering to some of you guys, so I would recommend looking that up. But I'm very excited for the next book, which is Love Arrange. I'm going to take a look. So that's about Lily and so the next book is Love Arrange, and that's about Lily and Lorenzo. It's coming out this year, I think, later this year, in the summer, I think. So I'm very excited to read that. The cover was also just released, so yeah. So that were the 3 books I read. 3 books of part of series. 1 series I finished. 1 series I finished that is currently out, and same for this one. And all of them were very good. So that was, I would say, a very good reading vlog and a good success. So yeah. I would like to say though that as I'm reading a lot of series, I don't know if I'm going to make every time going to film a video if I'm reading a book that's part of a series, but because maybe that would be a little bit intense for me as well. But maybe if it's like a series I think, oh, I would want my reaction to this book on the camera and I want to talk about it, that I would do it. So yeah, maybe like with Back Borrow Steel, I would do it because it's like the last book I currently have. And maybe when the next book of Love Range comes out. But you know, we're going to see. I'm not going to already tell you guys if I'm going to do that or not. We're just going to see. So yeah. I hope you guys liked this video. I know it took me a long while to post this video, but I still hope you liked it. Let me know how many series you are currently reading at the moment. And I would say see you next time.